Hello, I'm Iram Aslam from Doctor's Creativity Platform. Is your acrylic painting instructor. Now in this platform, I'm going to teach you how to explore the art of the acrylic painting. Now on the Fiverr platform, I specialized in guiding you through the creative techniques, and today I am excited to show you how to paint realistic clouds. This one recording I specially record for my student Mainland. Let's bring your artistic vision to life together. So first of all, we are prepare our background with the sky blue color because we are now going to paint our realistic clouds. For that, we first have to paint our background. So after that, we are going to paint a patch of the clouds, just like the patch of the clouds. For that purpose, I will use the brush. So let's begin with the brushes. I am used to paint all the cloud-like appearance in patches. Patch, all the patch where I want to paint the clouds. After that, we will add the depth of the clouds by giving it a layer by layer different shades of the paint. Once we just draw a rough idea where we want to dominate our cloudy appearance. This will only happen by the brush, not with the sponge. Now I am using the another color. Okay, now for this purpose what I have used is actually the yellowish white, means major white color and then the tint of the yellow color in it to give it a luminous appearance, not the yellow color like the egg yolk, not like that, never be like that. We have to use the 99% white color and the 1% is the yellow color just to give a realistic appearance, to give it a luminous appearance. Okay, once I have draw all the shapes where I want to paint the cloud, after that I have used the another color, that would be the light blue color. So I will use the majorly white color and in it a little bit tint of the light blue color. Second layer of my painting now would be the light blue color, and after that I will shift to the another little bit darker light blue color, and then again little bit darker blue color, because by giving the shades of the colors I just want to give it depth to my clouds. So now you will observe the next colors how I use the shades of the different colors. So let's see and observe how I have to use different shades of the colors to give it a volume appearance. Let's finish the whitish appearance of the cloud. Now I am using the second layer, second color. I have to cover all the other part that I left it out during my patchy appearance. I have to use different kind of the brushes, round brushes, flat brushes according to my need. Now again when I put the second layer, I again have to uh, dominate my first layer, prominent my first layer of the clouds, that is yellowish white. And now again I have to use the third layer, that is the little bit darker from the second layer. Once again fourth layer, that is more darker than the third one, just to give it a depth appearance. Realistic cloud needs a lots of layers to do. Now I am just putting the colors, not merging or not smudging technique I am using. I'm just putting a color. After that I have to just like this, I again sharpen my clouds appearance. Like I want to sharpen my edges of the clouds to give it a luminous appearance and to sharpen the edges of the clouds. After that I have to use the little bit dry brush to merge all these brushes, all these layers and all these uh, kind of volumetric layers. So for that purpose, after that, now I have to smooth it out. So because whenever we saw the realistic clouds, their edges are really smooth, not the sharp. So again, I put the yellowish white color, and now I am going to smooth the edges of the clouds so that it gives a natural appearance. For all the paintings of techniques, I always said to my students that you must have to master the smudging technique, merging technique, and the patching technique. So once you have to master the basic techniques, after that you can paint anything that you want to be, anything that you can visualize in your mind. You can paint it. But first of all, you need to master the techniques because these kind of paintings needs a lot of fine details and that fine details could not be possible with mastering your basic techniques. See how the now I am using to blend all the colors and give it a very smooth appearance, and how I merge one color with another, one shade with other, so that it looks the realistic appearance, not the patchy appearance or not the color opposite to one another. They are all like hugging one color hug to the another color. So meanwhile I am using the another layer, I am going to merge the other layer and just give it a little bit difference from the one to the another. Observe all the fine details, how I am putting the fine details in clouds. Now I am using the little bit darker blue at the edge of the clouds so that it also gives the depth of the cloud. Now it would be our sixth layer. Fifth layer was to smooth the edges and now it's the sixth layer, little bit more darker than before. Now the more darker color I have to use. And meanwhile I am going to merge the layers with rest of the colors so that the rest of the color could not be so dry. I have to paint it fast as fast I can. Now I am putting the seventh layer that is the little bit more darker than the previous one, and have to add the layer over the edges of the cloud so that it looks like the 3D appearance. Now again I thought that my first layer that I want to illuminate really is going to be fade. I again want have to dominate that my layer, that is the edges of the clouds. And see, this one is actually the yellowish white color, not bright white color. It's actually yellowish white color. That concept I want to clear to you, that you think yellow would not be used in the clouds. So now see, I use the yellowish white. Once I have to put the color, After that, I will merge it with the rest one of the colors and the rest one of the layers. So these fine details need these small brushes. Now see I am using the flat brush. So shape of the brush is not too much hard to use it, whether I have to use this one or this one. It all depends on you. But this one is actually only possible with brush, not with the sponge. Now again I am using to blend the layer of the cloud so that it gives a luminous effect and also the volumetric appearance and the original appearance. Now I'm going to merge the rest one of the layers and make sure that one layer not be merged with the another layer, just it look like the natural appearance. I think so this one is our ninth layer. I'm using to merge it. One more thing that I would say, you can use the oil paints as well, because the acrylic paints are going to dry very soon, and as you are the beginner and while I'm observing your learning technique, I don't think so you can handle acrylic color in this kind of the painting. So for that kind of painting where you want to paint a realistic cloud where the lot of layers are involved, you can try oil painting. Once it's all merged up, now I have to use another layer to give it a more realistic and the more to add the more depth in it. Another color, light blue color. See, it's all the game of the observation. You have to observe where we want to add the depth and where we want to add the luminous effect and where we want to merge it the colors. See, not all the colors are merging. Here is a patchy or the smoke like appearance. See, smoke like appearance. Little bit darker color now I have to use, and it I also give it a patchy appearance so that it could not be looking like artificial. It looked like more natural as the patchy and the smoke or the smoke like appearance, as we call in Urdu the धुआं appearance. This one is our 11th layer. Okay. Still now our half painting is complete. Now rest of the half one is still is in process, that we have to merge all the colors so that it give a real appearance. Now again I am using another kind of the layer, another little bit light blue to add the depth and to add the volume. It's actually not hard and fast rule, so where have we have to add, we actually have an idea where we want to add the depth and where we want to illuminate the sky. So it all depends on you, wherever you want to add the depth and wherever you want to illuminate the sky color or the sky appearance. Still the edges are not soft. See, my edges are all sharp. I will get it to the softer appearance in layer by layer. Now I am giving it a time to let it little bit dry so that when I use the another brush to give it a soft appearance, it will look like the more original. Now I am again using the another light blue color to give it depth. I just put the colors. After that, now I have to merge this. See, that is the thing that I want to say you or I want to taught you. Once we have to put the color, after that we have to merge it with rest of the layers. So merging technique is really need to master. Because of that, we can only get an our ideal painting that we want to paint. Now again I am using the dry brush and just merge it out the all the layers and all the little bit details, and not using the too much brush on the painting, just a little bit to smooth the edges of my clouds. I'm using dry just to smooth the edges of my clouds, and I'm just touching the tip of the brush, not the whole brush, just tip of the brush to just smooth the layer one by one. I hope this will be very satisfying for you. Again and again you will be watching this, then you get an idea how I am going to smooth the edges. This one is actually happened by the blending technique. Now you can clearly see the depth and the luminous effect of the clouds, and where the cloud is in depth and where the cloud is sharp. Again I am thinking that there is I need to sharpen more my edges, so I have to again put the yellowish white color. This one is actually my 12th layer. I'm showing you the whole process, so it depends on you when which kind of the at what time you get the whole idea from this, and at what point you can be able to you will be able to paint realistic clouds like this. Now we are just moving towards our final touch of the painting. This time I we would say we will see where we want to add the more layers and where we want to add the more depth. And this time now what I have used the colors is actually the pure white, not the yellowish white. And just add the darker colors where I think so there need a depth. So I add the darker color and after that merge it. And this is I think so is our 14th layer. Yes, it's 14th layer. Now more fine brush I have to use to add the depth in it. Because of these kind of the layers, we clouds are looking like the volume appearance. And now the dry brush is used to merge all the layers that I just put it off. Now dry brush, using the tip of the dry brush just to blend the color, not blend too much so that it lose their effect of the depth, just tips of the brush, just tip of brush We have to use just tip of the brush. See, now it looks more original than before. Now see, I am putting the white color, not the yellowish white, just to give it a more sharp appearance, more dominant appearance of the cloud, illuminous effect of the cloud. To master this kind of the painting, you must have to master the basic techniques. Basic techniques is what? Merging technique, soften the edges technique. See, now final look is over there. Now our painting is complete. If you want to add more fine details, you can add more fine details. But right now our painting is complete. Now this one is the final look of the original painting clouds. You can use the acrylic medium, you can use the oil medium. It up to you which one you can use in a better way. If in my opinion, if I would suggest you, as far as I'm observing your learning technique, you have to use the oil paints. Just try oil paints so that you get an idea how to add the depth and how to paint the more fine and the sharp edges. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. I actually record all the video for you just to learning perspective. Hope so you get an idea. See again and again this video and observe more. Observe again and again, see again and again, and then get an idea how you have to translate this into your hands. How you can paint like this, and practice as much as you can. So one day inshallah you will be able to paint like this. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye. I'm going to upload this video on Fiverr in your geek. Okay, now you can see on the Fiverr platform this video. See you soon. Till then, bye bye.